What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that bell so you get notification anytime I go live and anytime I post a video. If you've been here before and you know I'm about to put that fire out, or if any point during this video I'm saying some things that you like, go ahead and hit that like button so we can get to the algorithm and more people can see this content. Let's get into this. Today, we're going to watch a clip from Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp interviewed Kountry Wayne, and in this clip he said that in order for a woman to be with him long term, she's gonna have to love herself more than she loves him. We're gonna watch this clip and I'm gonna break down as to if he's on to something, if he's off, and I'm gonna kind of break it down from a situational point of view. Let's get into this.
Everything that you really want in a woman to be by your side. Let's just say you're looking for a wife. Give me some of the attributes, some of the traits. What must she have, and what can she do to make sure she's with Kountry Wayne moving forward?
Love herself more than she loves me. I want a woman who's so involved in herself that she become better every day.
Okay.
And make herself happy.
Okay.
That's what I want. Because I tell a woman, man, and it ain't even a woman. It's with your kids, relationships, business. You cannot give nobody more than what you got in you. If you think you are, you pulling from somewhere else in you that's what called stress. That's what called anxiety, because
right.
you stretching the rope too hard.
Right.
Man, if you work on you enough,
right,
you're going to be alert on other things.
Right.
So I just, it's like finding greatness in yourself. When you be great, you see the greatness in everybody. Like when people ask me about comedians, I tell people, man, all comedians funny. I never met a comedian who wasn't funny to me.
Right.
Now, it might be to a different crowd or whatever, but so when I meet a woman, man, love you. I'm gonna help you and love you more. Whatever you need to help yourself. So that means you might just drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her, come on now, you can at least drink water now. If you ain't drunk enough water during the day.
Right.
That's easy to do.
Right.
Now, I understand some things you can't do. You might got trauma, but water.
Right. You can get that.
That's 99% of the problem.
Right.
Because if you don't got water, you're going to be dehydrated, and you're going to get dehydrated thoughts. And whatever you come up with ain't going to last because it's dehydrated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just like, man, I want a woman to love herself, man.
So in other words, you don't want to be a hype man. You don't want to have to constantly tell a woman how beautiful she looks, how fine she is, how intellectually she is.
I want her to come tell me I know who I am. So if you want to go over there, that's your loss. And show me that, I want somebody to really believe that.
Believe in themselves.
Because I believe in myself like that.
Correct.
And because I know when you love yourself, nobody really can't tell you nothing.
Right.
You don't care about what people say. When you truly love yourself, nothing triggers you. Like, man, people never see me really say nothing online or nothing because I don't care. If people knew how much I didn't care, not a little bit, because I love Wayne.
Right.
I love Wayne.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that one of the biggest things women, you think women should care more about themselves, love themselves more, as opposed to trying to please the man?
Yeah, because you're going to give him all of your love and he's going to run away with it. Because you got to fill you up first. Mm-hmm. When you fill you up, trust me, man, when you do touch him, with everything you touch, going to feel that energy. So it's just like you got to fill yourself up.
All right, guys. So you saw that, you heard that. He said in order for a woman to be with him long term, she's got to love herself more than she loves him. She's got to love herself more than she loves him. Now, he spoke a lot of truth, right, in that clip. A lot of things he said I agree with, right? It's important for women to love themselves. It's important for men and women, people in general, to love themselves. I agree with that, right? In order to be able to pour out and pour into other people, you're going to have a good amount of love for yourself, right? All right, cool. Now, the reason why that logic works for him and his situation, right? Many can say that's a rich man's logic, or that's a logic of a man who's always on the go and moving around and doing their thing all over the place, right? Many can say that's their logic, because if you're a man in that type of situation, you're going to need the women to love themselves more than they love you, because you're pretty much going to come and go, right? You could get ghost on them, disappear on them, right? Decide not to deal with them anymore in the blink of an eye, right? You're going to need her to be able to handle that, right? And in order for a woman to be able to handle that, in most cases, she's going to have to love herself more than she loves you, right? He doesn't want any serious attachment with these women, right? So they're going to have to love themselves more than they love him. Even if you look at his situation, I believe he has 9 children with several baby mamas. So that kind of speaks to his situation, right? He's got to spread himself across a lot of people, right? He's got the kids, he's got the family, he's got to take care of those who works up under him, the people who his employees or whatever you want to call them, or his co-workers or his other producers, so on and so forth, right? So he's going to be spread thin to a degree, right? And again, he may not necessarily be looking to get serious with any of these women. So it's okay for them to understand, hey, look, you're going to have to love yourself more than you love me, right? And that's according to his situation. Because the truth is, he's probably not looking to get serious with any of these women, right, who he deals with, right? Now, I know he's been married once, and he's had, a few relationships. And he's probably dealt with a lot more women, just here and there outside of relationships, right? And I'm not saying cheating, but I'm just saying he's dealt with women who he was not in a relationship with, right? Now, Kountry Wayne happens to be one of my favorite guys, right? I love what he's doing. He's working hard. He's doing skits. He's touring. He's doing comedy. He's doing all of that, right? He's doing movies. Shout out to Kountry Wayne. He's got his money all over the place. He's getting to the bag. There's no doubt about it. And he's pushing Jesus Christ, right? I love that. I love that. I love him. He likes to floss and stunt. I'm into that. So it's all good. I like him. He's one of my favorite guys. Not just comedians, but guys in general, right? But I will say this. I don't necessarily agree with him when we're speaking about being with a woman long term. I don't agree with his logic when we're talking about potentially getting a wife or being with a woman long term, as far as she should love herself more than she loves him, right? The thing about it is this. When you're in a relationship with a woman, or you're looking to get serious and do something long term, whether it's marriage or whatever, she should love you equally, if not more, than she loves herself. That's right. She should love herself equally, if not more, right? I'm sorry. Love you equally, right? If not more than she loves herself, right? Even if you get biblical with it, right? Matthew 22:39 reads, love others as you love yourself, right? That means on the same level. That means on the same level. Even if you tap into Genesis 2:18, right? It speaks about how the woman was created from the man's rib. And she was created to be a suitable helper for the man. I'm going to say it again. The woman was created to be a suitable helper for the man. Now, in order to be that, you're going to have to love that man as a woman. You're going to have to love that man equally, if not more, than you love yourself, right? Now, many would say, well, no, he was just talking about, pouring into themselves and being the best version of themselves. And again, I agree with all of that. I agree with all that. But if you're going to be with a woman long term, this whole theory of and logic of loving herself more than she loves, no, it doesn't exist. Any man who has experience out here with women, right? I'm talking about good experience. In most cases, if we're being honest, when a woman is locked in on you, when a woman really wants you, it's going to appear that she loves you more than she loves herself. I want you to think about that. Any man out here who has good experience with women, right? And the premise of this question is this. We're talking long term. Now, if I'm going to be with a woman short term, then I would use that logic. Yeah, love yourself more. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time, right? Love yourself more. I'm going to come and go. You got to keep loving yourself after I'm gone, right? If I'm just trying to hit it, right? Or if this is a short-term deal, then yes, love yourself more than you love me. Because again, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be gone, right? This is short-term. But for something long-term, you have got to love him equally, if not more. And again, like I was saying, think about guys out there listening. And women, you can chime in too. When you are with a guy and you are locked in on him, you will sacrifice a lot. You will sacrifice it all for this man. I've seen it happen, right? I've seen it happen when it comes to choices you make, decisions. A lot of times you'll reverse questions. A guy might, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to eat? What do you think should happen? Or a lot of time women reverse that. No, what do you think? Or what do you want to eat? What do you want to do, babe? It's whatever you want to do. That's a famous line that comes out of women's mouths. No, what do you want? I'll do whatever you want. What do you want to do? Just like in Ephesians 5:22-25, right? It's telling women to submit to the husband. Submit. This means that he's the head. He's leading the charge. You're going to do whatever he wants you to do, right? This is in your inner workings. This is in your nature, right? This is in your nature. You are going to make sacrifices. Just like men are going to make sacrifices, right? Men who are in relationships or marriages with women, 9 times out of 10, they'll dive in front of a bullet for their spouse. They will allow their spouses and their children to eat before they eat. This is a sign, or this is going to be looked at as him loving them more than he loves himself. If there's an intruder in the house, that man is going to get up and he's going to try to take care of that situation, and he's going to keep the wife and kids safe, right? In that type of situation, it can be implied that he is loving them more than he is loving himself. And again, back to the women. There are several things that women do when they're in relationships and marriages with men, or just talking to guys, or just general. You cannot even have a bond, but really like a guy as a female. And that female will do just about anything for that guy, to where it appears that she loves him more than she loves herself. Think about the act of sex. There are a lot of women who never climax. Many women never climax, but guess what? She is still going to lay down with that guy, and he is going to climax. She goes into a lot of those sexual intercourse knowing that she might not climax, but he definitely going to climax. Think about that. She might not climax, but he definitely going to climax, right? Guys, it's normal. It is normal for women to love their men more than they love themselves. It is common for women to love men more than they love themselves. And for something long term, that's what it's got to look like. Either they love them just as much as they love themselves, if they don't love him more. That's just the way women are wired. They gonna do whatever. If a woman is locked in and into you, she might do just about anything for you. She might do anything for you. Real talk. She might do anything for you. That is no secret. That is no secret, right? So the only difference in what he's saying is this. If it's a short-term situation, yes, women should definitely love themselves. They should definitely love themselves. If we're talking long-term, in most healthy long-term situations, it appears that that woman loves that man more than she loves herself. It is what it is, right? After all, she was created to be his helpmate. Genesis 2:18. A woman was created to be a man's helpmate. That is how they're wired. This whole idea of I love myself more and all of this and all of that. That mentality has a lot of women single. That mentality has a lot of women single, right? Has a lot of women single. Now, if you're a woman out there and you're in a bad situation with a bad guy, you do need to love yourself more and you need to leave that situation. Let me say that. If you're a woman and you're in a bad situation with a guy, right? Whether it be relationship, marriage, whatever. if it's abusive or whatever, let's just say a bad situation, you do need to love yourself more than you love him, and you need to get out of that situation. And same goes for men. But it is normal for a woman to love that man equally, if not more, than she loves herself, right? If you're looking for something long term. So that's what I got to say on that. So is he off? He's off if he's talking long term. He's off if he's talking long term. But if he's talking short term, yes, she should love herself more if it's short term. But Shannon asked him long term. He said wife. So do what you got to do with that. Do what you got to do with that. But that's all I got for you guys. Like this video. Share this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I could be off. And remember, everybody should love themselves. Don't get it twisted. Everyone should love themselves and take care of themselves so they can pour into others, right? They should do that. Remember, guys, share this video. Subscribe to the channel. We're growing fast. I got a whole lot more in store for you guys. We're going to step it up for sure. And remember, guys, keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.